December 27, 10:28 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Phew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of the seat like that, Edgeworth. Did you really have to say that twice in the edge pair? I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say here. Hope you find what I sent you in Discord accurate.
Hubby's skills are great.
Larry was at the lake that night. Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Apparently, Phoenix is going through a voice change.
Shut up.
He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
All right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night?
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth? Huh? You say something, right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? 3-0 Toronto? Top 6? Nice. It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth? There's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor in the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. Yeah, that calls for reframed.
I see.
Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. Unlike us who have 3 trials under our belt, and all 3 were unexpected.
Huh.
He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. That someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll make this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now. I don't know how this is gonna go.
Huh.
December 22nd, 10:35 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Larry's to the stand.
Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw. On the night of December 24th.
Alright, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Frank Conrad didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about being on our big break. Or this being our big break. Okay, so the night of the murder. That night, I was in the boat on the lake. I was looking for something, I found it. So I quietly slipped back into the rental shop dock. And then I was thinking about going home. I heard this bang. I looked over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard a single gunshot, I went home.
That sounds a little bit strange. I think with that
doesn't it?
I think with that one, you need probably present like Lotta's disposition against Larry's like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the usual part first, and then we'll.
Yeah, because both Lotta and the caretaker heard 2
Yeah,
gunshots.
because their testimonies were pretty on that one too.
Yeah.
That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
She's right.
Mm.
So let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
There's something wrong, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, there are so many things wrong. I don't know where to begin.
Ah,
Well, okay. First of all, what time was it? Oh, yeah, it was after 11. When I went out of the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on the boat at such a late hour? I already know what it was, but looking for something? Yeah.
Mr. Potts. What was it you were looking for?
What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this goy. That's surprisingly close to the truth, in a sense. It's all irrelevant. Let's get this over with. Around what time was that? Oh, well, let's see. I think you were searching for about an hour. So I guess it's around 12? Yeah.
You're not sure?
Hey, don't give me that face. It's not like I'm sort of human sundial, okay? I don't know how to swim with the fishes. I don't think we'll get that yet. People use watches these days, Larry. Where did this sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know.
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked. Wasn't there a boat out on the lake? This is the part where he said there wasn't.
Water! Water! Order me some pizza, I mean, well, Mr. Potts.
Whoa, whoa! Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay, no problem. It's just the most important part of this case.
Now the others.
So,
mentioned
you
too.
heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh.
Well, Nick,
It was pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should start working on the contradictions.
sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister.
I'm not worried about that. It's, as you said, that last statement.
Yes.
Single gunshot. So, we're actually going to present on that one.
Yes. Lotta's disposition and stuff.
And Lotta's testimony. Here we go. I heard 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight. That's what we're going to press on.
Yes.
Represent.
Press on that.
Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said. Well, Miss Lotta Harris testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. Oh, witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Did he just burn Phoenix with that one?
Mr. Butts,
What?
you only heard one gunshot. Are you sure?
Well, to tell the truth, I'm not sure.
Eh?
Not sure? How could you be not sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude. With my headphones. What?
Order! Order! And stop with that booing unless it's Roman Reigns!
Oh, that's what I felt too.
Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones?
Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion?
Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony?
Yes,
Yes, he
continue.
should. Your Honor, please. Please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Very well. Mr. Butts, please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right. Leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this. Believe me. What Larry heard. It's lonely, being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-the quest show on the radio, see? I was listening to the real booming loud, like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was playing when I heard it, too.
You were listening to your radio at a high volume?
Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't the man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? Well, you gotta pay your taxes, but I truly believe Larry has no problem, no idea. Take two.
Huh.
I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably more than a drum beat from the radio.
True enough. It is difficult to believe this testimony.
Oh, dear.
Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me. DJ?
An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing the charade. Alright, here we go. So, you turned on the radio? Ended 6, turn us up 3-0? Sweet. Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there. Alone. On Christmas Eve. Alone. I shouldn't have said anything. Do you by chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor.
Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night?
Real, booming, loud? Yeah, you know.
And you had the headphones on?
Yep.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
Sure heard a single gunshot. Can you prove that? No. No, of course you can't. I can't prove it. But remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it became real clear to me, you know? This is what I want to know.
Yeah.
What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what the radio DJ said do us?
Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
Well, we should.
Yeah, we should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask him?
Fine. Very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. It's the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there was one gleaming ray of hope in there. Got to press it till we get to the bottom of what happened. Yeah, so I'm actually going to be pressing this statement right here.
That one. Why are you pressing that one?
So, you turned on the radio. Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? Oh, wait. Hold on. That wasn't the statement. Said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas."
Well, when it says, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot, you should need to present the lake photo or Lotto's disposition on that statement.
Yeah, well, true. That's the lake photo right there, and it's the second lake photo. Wait. Okay, so taken automatically at 12:25 at 12:15 a.m. Shows an empty lake taken automatically at 12:24 at 11:50 p.m. I think we should present this one.
Well, it says the lake photo or Lotto's disposition on that statement. So,
Oh, you talk about this one right here?
yeah.
So that's the lake photo right there.
Yeah, lake photo.
And Lotta's disposition.
Just after midnight, it says, so.
But yet at 12 o'clock,
Yeah, look at this one. 12:24, 11:50 p.m. 12:25 at 12:15. We're gonna present this one. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easily.
Something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed. And?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact.
Let's see what time it was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hurt's camera. 12:25. 15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day.
There's a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, the other witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight.
Judge,
The answer is simple.
current witness is plainly mistaken.
Just look at him.
Because if you do the
Suspicious.
first like photo, then you need to present the second like photo to the court.
Oh, I will please.
That's the one they
present
said
that
here is
one, I can
lying,
guarantee
you know.
that. What?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim that he heard the gunshot before midnight?
I think he's right.
Mm-hmm.
Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim.
Yeah, number 2. Like
Show
photo.
me the evidence. There was a gunshot before midnight. Sure. We got the second lake photo right here. Shows an empty lake taken automatically at 12:24, 11:50 p.m. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday. Miss Lotta heard with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
Oh, what do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. The camera started to go off in response to loud noises.
Uh-huh.
Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That was why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was almost definitely still Christmas Eve.
Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hurt testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming that she was mistaken?
Not at all, Your Honor. In fact, the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night, there were 2 sets of gunshots, with a 25-minute pause between them.
Hey, streamer, cast hydrate.
I think we will. Thank you for that, kitty. Colette's gotta get hers there now.
Why would this be?
Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises.
Yes.
There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering your camera. Hey, why else was clear that night?
Well,
Clear?
hey, you could always present the pistol.
Well,
I mean,
Mr. Wright,
you know.
there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any.
Yeah, well, like Colette just said,
Pistol.
fired 3 times. This is my evidence.
Another weapon?
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both the witnesses testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. The 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, the other at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why? Oh. I'd better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ah!
What's wrong, Nick?
I have it! I have it!
Huh?
Remember the case with the Steel Samurai?
Huh? Yeah, of course, I remember.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya,
Yes?
if we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm gonna run with it.
Right, I mean, is this safe?
Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose.
You just
You
watch.
just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick?
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Wright?
the testimony just now just cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. So, you finally realized the truth? No other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Ron Karma. The man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat.
I admit, it is hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. And here we go.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0015. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. It seems to me that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men are on this boat.
Edgeworth and the murderer.
Edgeworth and the murderer. Because Edgeworth didn't mean he was on the boat. And he rowed the boat back in. That's the only person it could be.
Yeah.
So that's who we're going with. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. He is a mad one. Oh, he'll be mad after this one. The murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50. He assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth will tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this.
Ludicrous.
Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Alright, it's... We actually don't know, because he actually never said it.
I think it's like the caretaker.
And we can't really say Lotta Hart because, well, she was only
Yeah.
in her
I don't know.
tint. Actually, I don't know
He
the
hasn't
murderer's
told you.
name.
You don't know?
Bah! Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. Yeah, Karma, you should know. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. That old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat?
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
I guess we got no choice but to show him. Right here.
Yeah, you
Press the right button, it might
examine the
help.
Gourd Lake map. Present the boat shop
Yeah.
just below and left of the SUV.
Here, of course. The boat shop, where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Yeah.
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. So he's searching right there. That's that moving boat right there. That night he was out on a lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns to the boat. Then, just as he started to head for home, he heard a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing his headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he just returned a boat?
The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Not really. But I think it was there at the very beginning. Up your nose with a rubber hose, Von Kerm?
What?
Up your nose with a rubber hose.
Huh.
I'm sure you've heard that before. And I might take it slow. I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat called Robert Hammond to his shop. Here's Polly. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then, he got in a boat with Edward and went out into the middle of the lake.
Then, who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
The boat shop caretaker.
You shot twice, nothing both times.
Of course, there was the murderer of the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edward on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
To create
Details. Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had fired twice.
to create witness.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the first shot did miss, but then so did the second one. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol, fires one shot. That ensues that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Mr. did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. Someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop, then put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. That is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. And the court has gone silent.
Bailiff! Bring the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker. Quickly.
I guess he's gonna get arrested. Oh, is this about to go through Von Kammer's ears? Or maybe a bit of steam?
Very well. While we're waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Mr. Wiles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand.
You might want to come forward a bit, Colette.
Yeah.
You don't want the laptop to drop.
Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said.
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
Well, Wright said. I said it was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry. I can't say what it was.
Your Honor, sir, bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
What? What should I do? Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away.
Well, this definitely changes everything.
Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared.
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces in finding that witness. Am I understood? Just one more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Well, I guess we just saved our own asses. December 27th, 11:22 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Yay, Nick! You did it!
Yeah. Well, at least we got it out from under that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out.
Sure. Once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth?
Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax.
I'm
I'll
sorry.
pay for the stitches.
Oh, I know. But I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Larry did indeed save this trial. And Miles, yeah, he did though. Right. It's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but can't make up my mind. What is it about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. Memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Dun dun dun!
To be continued.
Hey, do you want to save? You know we should have auto save on. Now we go into the investigation.
Yeah. So in the office, you want to know what is troubling Edgeworth, so